BRAINY Dose presents 10 Strangest Addictions in the World. Addiction is usually associated with drugs and alcohol, since they are the most common and dangerous things people get addicted to. But people become addicted to all kinds of crap. There are billions of us on this planet, and it should come as no surprise that there are those who live with lesser-known addictions that seem a bit odd. In this video, we list 10 of the strangest addictions in the world. Number 1. Drinking urine. We all need water to survive, but we also drink because we enjoy the taste of certain beverages. And then there are those who have acquired a taste for urine, and they drink it regularly. The consumption of urine actually isn't that uncommon. People have been drinking urine all throughout history, for numerous reasons, including alternative health and beauty treatments. Urine has also been used for sexual purposes, a practice that continues to this day, but we're not going to get into that right now. Some people take their urine addiction a bit too far though, and use their own urine to wash their eyes, teeth, and sinuses. Well, hopefully at least they save some money on their water bills. Number 2. Coffee enemas. When we get up in the morning, most of us need a little kick to start the day, so many of us reach for a cup of coffee. Coffee contains caffeine, and caffeine is a stimulant, hence the reason most people get addicted to their cup of joe. But there are those who prefer to take their coffee from behind. Let me explain. People usually try coffee enemas as a way to detox, but some end up getting addicted to this practice. When someone shoots coffee up their rear end, the caffeine from the coffee is absorbed much faster. And since coffee enemas mean filling up the large intestine with large amounts of coffee, getting addicted to coffee enemas sort of makes sense. Some people have actually admitted that they spend several hours each day giving themselves coffee enemas. Number 3. Objects. Object sexuality is a form of sexuality focused on particular inanimate objects. Individuals with this preference may develop strong feelings of attraction, love, and commitment to certain items or structures. For these people, sexual or close emotional relationships with humans is incomprehensible. They often believe in animism and sense reciprocation based on the belief that objects have souls, intelligence, feelings, and are able to communicate. Number 4. Drinking human blood. If you're a vampire, then you drink blood for survival. But for the rest of us, drinking blood is considered more than a bit odd. Jokes aside, this weird addiction can stem from an obsession with vampires. But a small minority of people actually believe that human blood gives them relief from headaches, fatigue, and other discomforts. Moving on. Number 5. Tanning. It's not all that bad. Spending time in the sun is actually good, because the exposure gives your body some much needed vitamin D. However, there are some people who take tanning a bit too far. Tanning dependence refers to having a physical or psychological dependence on sunbathing or using tanning beds. There is some evidence that UV exposure releases opioids into the bloodstream, which would explain the addictive nature behind it. But such an addiction can lead to skin burns, premature skin aging, eye damage, and skin cancer. Researchers have also found that frequent tanners experience physiological withdrawal symptoms when they don't get the mood-boosting chemicals produced during tanning. The withdrawal symptoms include dizziness and nausea, much like what a person goes through during alcohol or drug withdrawals. Number 6. Snorting baby powder. Usually when a person is snorting something, it's a hard drug that requires months or even years of rehab. However, there are a few people on the planet who snort a white powder that isn't illegal. Baby powder. Of course, this is much safer than snorting cocaine, but it could still pose a health risk, as baby powder is not meant to be inhaled. Number 7. Plastic surgeries. To those who've suffered horrific burns or injuries, plastic surgery can be life-changing. It's also used by people who simply want to alter their appearance to become more youthful and attractive. Unfortunately, there are people who literally become obsessed with altering their appearance through surgical means. Those who are addicted to plastic surgery are usually focused on some sort of imperfection on their body that may not even exist. These addicts undergo countless surgeries in order to make themselves perfect, to the point that they often make themselves look hideous in the process. Number 8. Bleach Bath. People like to clean with bleach. It removes stains and disinfects surfaces. But bathing in bleach? Believe it or not, bleach baths are not completely unheard of. They're actually recommended to patients with frequent skin infections to reduce skin colonization by pathogenic bacteria. Nevertheless, there are people who simply find bathing in bleach refreshing, and some of them end up going through 300 gallons of bleach a year. Number 9. Craving non-food items. We all crave things from time to time, usually something sweet, salty, or fatty. But some people crave non-food items and compulsively eat things. Things like nail polish, cigarette ashes, couch cushions, toilet paper, dirt, and a variety of other things, including feces. Suffering from this eating disorder leads to the risk of death from eating sharp or metal objects. Among documented cases are individuals who have eaten hundreds of dangerous items, such as nails and small rocks. This condition may be caused by nutritional deficiencies of iron or zinc, often the result of malnutrition, dieting, or food deprivation. Craving things that are not meant to be eaten may also be symptoms of developmental disabilities, such as autism and mental retardation, or mental illnesses such as obsessive-compulsive disorder. Number 10. Inhalants. Teenagers form the bulk of the inhalant-using population, with around 1 in 11 teens or young adults trying them at least once. Younger kids will typically try glue, paint, lighter fluid, or gasoline, while older teens will choose cans of duster made to clean electronics. The effects of inhalants are intense and short-lived, and include dizziness, feelings of ecstasy, hallucinations, uncontrollable laughter, and even blacking out. The long-term effects of inhalants tend to be extremely nasty, and brain damage is the top one. But the scariest thing about this strange addiction is that death can happen the very first time solvents are inhaled. If you had to live with one of these addictions, which would it be, and why? Yeah, I just asked that. Also, if you have any suggestions for topics, let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Till next time, see ya!